the same field goal, and who will have you laughing from start to finish. Bringing you the sports, music, and entertainment straight from their Eskimo hut. It's the Eskimo Brothers Podcast.
Yeah, man. What up out there, everybody? What's up? Welcome in to the Eskimo Brothers Podcast. This is episode number 111.
That's crazy, man. Whenever I was doing the post, I was like, what episode is this? I was thinking we were like 106 or 7, dude.
Yeah, right.
And you said 111. I was like, oh, okay. All right, nice.
111.
They keep going up.
So does our YouTube subscriber count.
Yes, it did. Thanks to my teenager son.
Yeah.
Who?
Well, I know there's two. Let's get there's a few that actually did sub too, but yes, seems like your son pushed it over the finish line for us.
He did the he got the push over 100.
Yeah.
Which I made a post about on our social media. I'll go ahead and put it out there now. Since we hit 100 subscribers on YouTube, I said if we did that by the end of the year, that I would eat 6 to bomb wings. But then we had another discussion. Apparently, at some point on this podcast, I said that I could kick a 36-yard field goal. I think it was during a Thursday night football stream.
I believe it was off stream.
Oh, it might have been.
But then we were like, let's incorporate it somehow with the podcast.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it happened.
Yeah. So then Sam said, okay, if you make the 36-yard field goal within 3 attempts, then I don't have to eat the wings.
Yeah.
Then last Thursday, on our last Thursday night stream, somebody said, well, if you make the field goal, you don't have to eat the wings, and then Sam should also have to do something.
Yeah.
Well, Sam's not going to eat the wings, obviously, because they're too hot. He's not a big spicy guy.
No, let me just address that real quick because I went back and watched the stream, and it seemed like I was attacked a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
I have what's called very bad acid reflux and heartburn.
Yeah.
So I can't do that.
The bomb would kill him.
Yeah. So,
for sure.
And by the way, I do agree, Leaf has fallen on the sword several times, and I'm totally fine with doing something and more in the future, 100%. Yeah. We're both dedicated. I just want to address that real quick because it seemed like I was getting thrown under the bus a lot.
Yeah, they were coming at you, bro.
I know.
But so if I do kick a 36-yard field goal successfully, Sam is going to have to wear Commander's gear.
Redskins, bro. You don't have no Commander's gear.
Right, yeah. Now, I'm going to buy a Sam Howell jersey if I kick this through, and you're going to wear that.
I would wear that. I'll be like, at least he's on the team.
Right. But because I haven't bought a jersey in years. The only jersey actually I have right now is a Brian O'Reitpo, which he hasn't been on the team in like 15 years.
Yeah, that's been a while.
So, but anyway, he will have to wear that to our watch party. We're doing another watch party. Luckily, we got the last game of the season again this year, like we did last year. Yeah. Cowboys-Redskins game. We're going to do that again, probably at the same place over in Grapevine at the Boomer Jacks over there. So that was a great time last year. We had a lot of people show up, too. So hopefully more will show up this year.
A lot of fun.
And hopefully Sam will be wearing a Sam Howell jersey.
Well, if it's anything like last year, Leaf had to wear Cowboys gear. Yes. His team won.
Yeah. Now, I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I hope that if he I hope it's not the opposite.
Right. Look, I mean, anything can happen. Obviously, we had what we thought was a layup with a rookie quarterback making his first ever start, and we lose the game.
Yeah. So, yeah, you guys are – well, and this is going to be the last game of the season. You guys are definitely going to the playoffs. You may – depending on the situation, you may have backups going.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
But let's just say real quick, the main thing everybody's very and happy to see is you attempting these field goals, and that will be a real and a TikTok and everything that we'll post.
And I get at least a couple weeks. We haven't set the date yet, and we're going to do that soon because we have to get it done before January 7th, obviously, but we want to get it done.
We were shooting
pretty quick.
I said early December-ish.
Yeah,
and we can find a weekend there.
But I need to get I got a football. Sam had a football, so I have that. I need to get a tee so I can. I got to practice. I've never kicked a field goal.
Yeah, totally fine if you practice. I don't think.
And I'm gonna record that so y'all can see my progress.
And I don't think it will help at all. But you're more than welcome to do that.
Yeah. Well, but so I'm going to get it probably about a couple of weeks of practice time in.
Yeah.
Like Sam said, I don't know how much I don't have anybody helping me. It's just, this is just me. I swear to God, like as soon as we hit 100, I'm sitting there with my 14-year-old Reese. I'm like, he's sending me clips and I'm watching YouTube videos. I'm like, this isn't going to be that easy.
No. It's not going to be.
There's so much that goes into just kicking a football correctly.
Right.
For it to go a certain distance.
Now, I guess you really don't have to kick it correctly. You just have to kick it through the uprights.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, the Redskins used to have a kicker named Mark Mosley that kicked straight toe, dude. He just went up and straight kicked it, and he kicked it fucking far. So I need to watch like old clips of him, see how he does it.
You need to practice.
Because I don't think I can do the way that they're talking about doing the form to get it accurate and everything.
Well, a lot of them
these guys have been doing this forever, and they still miss kicks.
And they kick it like side of their foot, too. They don't kick it straight.
Right. Yeah.
So you need to practice and try it both ways and see what works.
Right. I need to and I'm gonna set every time I go out to practice, I'll set up a camera. I'll maybe post like little reels of my progress or non-progress.
maybe you won't post them because you'd be like, that's so bad.
Yeah. No, I actually do want to post like my first kick because I haven't kicked a football like that in maybe I was dicking around in like practice in high school,
right?
And I was like dicking around with it. That's probably the last time I've ever done that.
I've never
been in a situation where I need to kick a field goal.
I think you know what
in my adult life.
Yeah, exactly. Now that I think about it, I toured Old Cowboy Stadium once before I moved here, and I think they let us kick field goals, and I tried like one.
Yeah,
and I was like, yeah, that suck.
Yeah, so
that's about it. But
I've never
gone
confidently say it's been 25 plus years since I've ever made that motion as far as kicking anything.
Yep.
So this will be interesting.
Leaf's gonna need to, like I told him earlier before we went live here, wake up every day and start stretching those hammies, bro.
Yeah, I don't. I would put on a bet that it's possible that I'm pulling a muscle for sure, at least during this whole endeavor.
Yeah, hopefully not during practices.
I did go out yesterday with my 14-year-old son.
Growing too,
yeah, he's a tennis player, and I went out there and he had me running around the court. So I mean, I still got some movement as far as, but I was running around, so I feel like I got a little bit of athletic ability left in me.
All right, well that's good. That's good to hear. I don't want you to. I don't want you to get
whatever ounce of athletic ability I have. Maybe I got enough to kick a fucking 36-yard field goal before I die.
I mean, I don't want you to get hurt, so hopefully everything goes all right.
Yeah, we'll see.
But it's going to be great. And,
within the next 2 weeks, we're probably going to do this.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to come and check it out, because we're going to do it right across the street, right, I guess?
Yeah, there's a big stadium that we won't be able to do it in, but there's a practice field that I assume that it won't be hard to just
I hope they have
in.
yard lines that we can see.
I think they do.
Okay.
Yeah, but we should be able to just walk.
If you guys have our number, text us. We'll tell you the date and time, or DM us, and y'all can come watch me make Sam wear Redskins gear.
We'll see.
36 yards is the distance I got to make. So
either that, or I'm going to be buying some more boneless wings.
Yeah, we already have the bomb sauce from last time. So
still good. I haven't touched that.
All right,
no shot. All right, man. Well, we're looking forward to that out there. Like you said, let us know if you're interested in coming and having a good time with us. Okay, let's get into episode 111. There's a few things to get to, of course. This is a banger episode. Cheers out there to everybody. Forgot to do that off the rip. Hopefully you're having a good time and you're listening to this. Get fucked up, okay? All right. We make more sense that way. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Leaf, let me ask you a question to lead this kind of episode of topics that we get into. When's the last time, and this probably isn't that long for you, but when's the last time you were at Chuck E. Cheese?
Oh, wow. It's been a while. I know my kids are too old to go now, but when they were smaller, it's probably been over 5 years maybe.
Yeah. So it's been a long time for me too. Our kids are kind of the same age. Your daughter's just a little younger than mine, but more of the same age. So it's been a long time for me as well. Now, did you see that they announced last week that they will be removing their iconic animatronic bands from all of the locations except for one in Los Angeles?
Like the actual...
You know how you walked in, bro? There was a band like in a stage, and like kids would have birthday parties. Like, okay, kids, come on, it's time. And that sounds like a fucking Yogi the Bear. But I'm just saying, like, come on for the concert, and then the fucking animatronic bands would play.
Yeah.
And then of course they'd have the actual Chucky guy in a costume walking around scaring the shit out of kids.
Yeah.
That used to scare the shit out of my daughter, by the way.
Yeah, mine too. I remember the first time I took her, she was really little. She was probably like 3 or 4.
Yeah, I'm talking about 3 or 4.
It was like the first time she saw him, she flipped out. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. So they're removing the animatronic bands from all of the locations. And you'd be like, well, why the hell are they doing that? Because that's such a big thing, right?
Yeah.
It's because of the movie that just came out called Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh, yeah.
Now, that's also a video game. That's what the film is based off of.
Right.
They're removing these animatronics, though, because of that movie/video game, mainly the movie. Because of the animatronics in the movie and the game murder people.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Yeah,
so,
and it's a horror video game as well. It's like it's not really a kid game, right? It's kind of
no. Yeah, it's
I've never played it, but I've heard that it's like
it's a horror game.
Yeah, it's like
and the film is a horror film where they're murdering in animatronic suits. Inspired by Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So now Chuck E. Cheese is
bad
like,
for business, bro.
Yeah, they're like, fuck. Now we got to get rid of these animatronics. Because little kids aren't going to come here anymore when they're like, I saw the movie, they murder. Although I don't know why little kids would be watching that movie, but
yeah, you're back.
I got away with a lot when I was little too. I got around it, bro.
Yeah.
Whenever word got around with the fellas at the grade school, bro, that we needed to watch something, bro, I got around it. So yeah, they're getting rid of it basically because of that. Now I guess I'm assuming that the costume for Chucky would still be there, but I don't know. But I just thought that was funny because I'm like, what are you doing getting rid of the animatronics? I mean, they're fake, but I guess people are freaking out about it.
Well, I actually, for my kid Reese, we did have a birthday party. I think it was like his 5th or 6th birthday party. We had one at I think in Lubbock where we were living at.
Yeah.
And they didn't have the animatronics. They had like a screen and it was all animated.
Oh, okay.
So they had already taken that out. So I imagine some of them have, but I do remember when I took my daughter for the first time, like I said, this was over 5-10 years ago. She, that one still had like the band back there.
Yeah, like this it's like a little stage.
Yeah.
On a wall. It's like the animatronic band. They're like,
yeah, they look like wind-up monkeys or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the same thing in the movie, but like I said, the animatronics in the movie murder kids and people.
Yeah.
So.
So yeah, that's bad. Like now, kids are gonna walk in there and be like, "I'm gonna get killed today," and
they're like, "Happy birthday! Fuck this! Get me out of here!" Yeah. So, but one in Los Angeles. If you have nostalgia and you want to go, there's still one in Los Angeles that'll have it. So there you go.
I imagine they'll keep it too because like a lot of places are doing like there's still a Blockbuster out there like in Seattle or some shit.
It's like Oregon, somewhere in Oregon. Yeah. That documentary was cool.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Somebody will keep it alive, bro.
Keep it alive out there. But don't worry if your kids are worried about being murdered by animatronics. You don't have to worry about that. Chuck E. Cheese is safe, guys.
Yeah, they're nice.
Right. Okay. We had a couple things, actually, that we wanted to discuss as well as far as, like, of course, we always talk about Marvel and stuff like that a lot. Some other stuff that just came out. We were following back up on this, really, because we originally talked about this, how Jonathan Majors, who played Kang and was introduced in Ant-Man Quantumania. And then he was also, Jonathan Majors is a big actor. He also played kind of the villain, in Creed 3?
Yeah, Creed 3. Which
he was amazing.
Yeah.
And he's a great, very talented actor. And then, of course, like we had the whole, he got arrested for domestic assault. Or,
yeah, there's like a domestic dispute between him
allegedly.
Allegedly,
you know what I'm saying? Because we haven't seen all the evidence or anything like that.
But it was mentioned like a week or two ago that there's a trial date set. He's actually going on trial for it. There has been no settlement deal or nothing. He's actually going to trial for this. So that's a bigger thing now as far as.
And that's fine. It's just he pled not guilty to all those charges. And again, I want to make sure that we all step back and realize that because we just went through this with Trevor Bauer.
Yes.
And he was not guilty of shit, and all the evidence came out and then made the chick look like a total, like, I'm here for the money.
Right.
And I'm trying to screw this guy
Same
over.
thing with Johnny Depp. We covered that a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, this happens. It does happen that these guys are getting targeted because they're big and famous, spotlights on them. Now, who knows what's going to happen in this trial? We'll see. But he shouldn't be getting punished before the fucking trial even starts.
Exactly.
Like we've always said, these guys are always guilty before they're proven innocent.
Yes.
So it's supposed to be the other way around.
100%.
But it never is.
100%. And so, yeah, like you said, the trial set or whatever. Now, we did wonder about Marvel and Disney, because Disney owns Marvel. How are they going to handle this? Because he's set up to be the main villain and a very main actor for a while.
Yeah, for the next Avengers, like 3 Avenger movies that are coming out.
Yeah, so he would be that character for probably maybe the next 4 or 5 years?
Yeah.
So a report came out about this. Marvel Studios, it's a report. I don't know how true this is or whatever. It came out from Joanna Robinson per Forbes. So basically the report is that they may be moving away from the Kang storyline altogether. So,
and that's big because they already started that with the Ant-Man and Quantumanium movie.
And one of the Avengers movie is literally titled The Kang Dynasty.
Exactly. So this will be a complete teardown.
Yeah.
And rebuild, whatever they decide to go.
So basically she was on a podcast and she said that she heard the screenwriter Jeff Loveness, who wrote Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, who was supposed to write The Kang Dynasty. He's no longer working for Marvel. She asked the person that she heard that from why, and they said the reason why is he was all wrapped up in the Kang storyline, and they are likely going to be moving away from that. So that's the whole deal. The screenwriter who wrote the movie, who's kind of still set up to write some more of that, is no longer working for Marvel, and that's kind of like a red flag out there, if you will. The guy that kind of started the whole thing is not there anymore. Now, I don't know if this is not officially confirmed or anything like that, but we were wondering, what are they going to do with this whole thing? Because they've been quick to jump, and they should have learned their lesson with Johnny Depp, because they've screwed him over completely, and it came out that obviously Amber Heard's a psycho, and Johnny Depp needs to be forgiven.
Exactly.
So they should have learned, but it seems like they are already kind of setting them to be like, okay, let's move away from this guy.
Yeah. And that's sad, dude. I mean, because we don't know yet. Exactly. And if this comes out that he's innocent and everything, they just like undid like a whole fucking plan.
Yeah.
A whole storyline that they've already started.
And they started it in the Ant-Man movie, plus the Loki, the season.
Right, yeah, the second season, yeah.
Yeah. So
on the TV show, yeah.
It's going to make no sense.
Yeah, it's going to be weird. And like we've said that Marvel's has been going downhill ever since they Endgame, basically.
It has. 100%.
So yeah, they need to scramble and figure something out, because they need to save this, because like we just said too on our last podcast, I believe, is the Marvels that they just released was the worst opening of an MCU movie ever. So they're not gaining any ground right now.
No.
And so this is going to hurt them pretty bad, I believe.
Yeah.
And especially if Jonathan Majors is like innocent, if he comes out of this clean, then they're going to be like, well, what the fuck, you know?
Yeah, and again, when that whole news came out, Jonathan Majors got dropped by his management agency immediately, and then several of the projects were postponed or he got recast already.
There was another movie too that I saw that Disney has done, and he was already in it. It's already been done, and it's like he's like a bodybuilder or something. It's like a bodybuilder movie, and he was in it. and it's done. But ever since they announced that he's going to trial, they dropped it. They scrapped that movie completely. So they just
pissed away their money. Huh?
Yeah, basically. So, and like I said, maybe just hang on to it until you find out what's going to happen.
Yeah,
and then release it.
Exactly.
But I mean, they don't work like that. They think as soon as something like this happens to an actor or a famous person, it doesn't matter if he gets off. Yeah. People are still going to think, oh, he's still a piece of shit. And so Disney doesn't want to be like, there's people out there that still don't believe Johnny Depp. You know what I mean? So
100%. And
so it's almost a lose-lose for somebody for this to happen, you know? And it kind of sucks, dude. Because there's no way you should get canceled. Because they're human beings too, man. It's not like they're perfect people.
Right.
And if he is found innocent, then I don't know, man. I just think it's a shit move.
It's shitty.
Until you find out all the details and get it. And
yeah, when did that flip?
Yeah, I don't know.
When did that flip? Like, oh, they said it. A person said it.
Yeah.
And it gained ground because they told a reporter or something, and they put out a story. And so just because that person said it, it's true.
Right, exactly.
Like all the evidence, you know, like you haven't seen any sort of evidence yet.
Right.
Like, wait for that to come out. Now, if he's guilty, then of course, like he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But if he's not guilty and he has all the evidence to prove that, then no, he's not. Yeah. He shouldn't be punished in any way.
Right.
So
he should be able to go to his day-to-day life and continue with his career.
Right. Now, like you said, the trial is it starts on November 29th.
Okay.
So we'll be getting some more news about that and follow that pretty closely because, yeah, I just hate to see it if he's an innocent guy like Trevor Bauer, for example. We just went through that.
Yeah, exactly.
Just cleared his name, and by the way, Chris Davis, shout out, bro. Why don't you get over there and sign Trevor Bauer?
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see what's to come of that. But you had mentioned there was another guy in the news about some Marvel news about maybe getting casted, bro.
Yeah, there's ever since the actor strike that ended about a week or two ago. So all these Hollywood productions are getting back up, kicking everything back up, getting started. And so now there's Marvel Studios has gotten the rights to the Fantastic Four characters back. So whenever Disney acquired 20th Century Fox, it gave Kevin Feige interconnected the franchise, get it its first. So we've heard about this before, though. Like the MCU was going to bring in the Fantastic Four for their first kind of movie in the MCU universe. And so there's been a lot of rumors about who's being cast in it, but this one looks like it's really close to being done. And it's our boy Pedro Pascal, who we're a massive fan of. He's in that Last of Us TV show that we were massive fans of and we watched and we covered on this podcast. And I mean, he's done all kinds of stuff, by the way. But it says here that he's been offered the role of Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, and that the actor is reportedly close to signing. If he chooses to sign and accept the role, Marvel would likely be quick to make an official announcement. But so it's not official. It's a rumor that he's been offered the role. But there's this is from comicbook.com. They're pretty legit. So they must have a source that is really close to it and probably says, yeah, he's really close to signing this deal. So that would be kind of cool to see.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Pedro.
Right.
He's a great actor. I'm not sure that that's the right role for him.
You don't think so?
I mean, he's great. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
He could probably make it work.
Pull it off. Yeah, I think so.
But I don't know how. So they already casted John Krasinski in that Doctor Strange movie. We saw it. Who everybody wanted, by the way.
Right. Yeah.
Because he just looks like a
Reed Richards.
Yeah, he just looks like it. So, yeah, Mr. Fantastic is obviously the leader of the Fantastic Four. It's just that's kind of strange, man. I don't know if he doesn't look. I mean, they could make him look whatever, but and I have no doubt Pedro could pull it off.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just when you look at him with his beard and his mustache and everything, you're like, that's not really Fantastic Four. I wouldn't think of him that way.
Right.
Plus, he's 48.
Right. Yeah, he is an older. Yeah. So I
always thought the guy was a little younger than that.
Yeah, I think so.
So I don't know, man. I mean, look, we've thought the castings of several things were questionable, and then they crushed it. So
yeah.
And like, I mean, look, I'm the biggest Pedro fan over here, bro. He's just amazing, pretty much in everything he's done.
I would think it would be really interesting to see.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, you know, whoever else they put in the rest of the, you know, that'll be another thing too. I mean, yeah. I feel like Pedro Pascal can pull it off. I mean, I'm not worried. I'm not worried about that part. It does seem a little weird as far as casting goes, but yeah, because he is an older guy. So.
He's literally everything. By the way, Pedro Pascal, every show that he's been in, or everything, is always number one.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like, Jesus.
That's why I'm like, it could work probably. So.
No, I mean, I have no doubt that he could pull it off if he decides he wants to do it.
Yeah.
You step into that role, though, you're probably going to be there for a while, too.
Right, yeah.
So, and he's 48, like I said.
Yeah.
So it's kind of got to be like a commitment.
Right.
But he doesn't look 48 either, by the way.
No, he doesn't.
No, they never do, bro.
Yeah.
What happened to people back in the day, bro?
Yeah.
Like you saw these old people, and they're like, he's the same age as Leonardo DiCaprio in whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, what were they doing back then that looks so fucking old?
Yeah, no shit. I don't know. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, like it was Leonardo DiCaprio in Inception was like the same age as some old fuck that you're like, that guy looks like he's 65. Leonardo DiCaprio looks like he's 30.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it's so weird.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Me neither, bro. I tell you what, man, it's because those guys back in the day actually had to work their asses off and everything, bro. And they beat themselves to the bone, bro.
Yeah, they're like working in the mine shafts, bro.
Yeah, even though like, acting on the side, bro.
Yeah, because they made like $4 a movie back then.
Right, probably so. It's crazy. I don't know, man. Look, like I said, I have no doubt that Pedro can kill the role.
Yeah.
He's very talented in everything that he does. Everything.
Yeah.
All of his shows. Everything. So it just seems weird because I've always thought Reed Richards kind of was like younger-ish. And I mean, they could make him look young. It's not a big deal, but I don't know. That's cool, though. I mean, that's a big name. So
as long as they don't use that de-younging effect.
Oh, yeah, the de-aging.
De-aging.
Yeah. Yeah, that made Harrison Ford. I couldn't even watch the last Indiana Jones because of that. But yeah, I think that, I mean, like I said, I have no doubt he could crush it.
Right.
So that's cool.
We'll see, man. It could be close to being announced officially. Mm-hmm. So we'll see.
Guess we'll talk about that if it happens.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody as well for another Disney thing called Star Wars, if you're a fan of that, which I know a lot of people are. I used to be until Disney ruined Star Wars.
Yeah.
However, the guy who plays C-3PO, Anthony Daniels, everybody knows that, right? He decided to sell off his entire personal Star Wars collection. So I don't know if he's broke or if he's just like, get rid of all this shit, I'm done.
Yeah.
I have no idea. But one thing that I did see, the head of C-3PO that he had, that he used in A New Hope, so the very first, 1977, the very first movie that came out, he had the original head that he wore. And he sold it at an auction for $843,000.
Wow.
So he got a nice little, I mean, I don't know how much he probably, dude, if I'm on the set, I would have stole it.
Right.
So he has $843,000 plus, or I guess minus whatever he has to pay for the auction or whatever. So yeah, he's selling all of it though. That's just one thing that I saw that sold. I haven't looked into anything else, but Anthony Daniels, I'm wondering, like, there's no way that guy's broke, right?
I wouldn't think so.
Jesus, he's got to be getting some percentages of all that shit.
I mean, C-3PO wasn't like he was a pretty big character, actually. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know how much he got paid for all those movies.
And he was still in the later ones.
Yeah.
Anthony Daniels was still C-3PO.
Right.
But yeah. Also selling off, besides the head, also selling off other bits, so maybe like arm or leg, original scripts that he has of the films, and then parts of the Millennium Falcon.
Oh, wow. Okay. So he had some stuff.
Yeah, he's probably going to have several $1 million after this.
I would imagine, yeah.
Yeah. Just weird.
Yeah.
I'm like, why is he selling that, bro? There's no way Anthony Daniels is broke, right? Maybe he's done, bro, with Star Wars. He's like, just get this shit out of my house.
Yeah, maybe he's just moving on, and he's like, I need to declutter.
Maybe he's sick of Disney, like all of us, for ruining Star Wars.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, this stuff means nothing to me anymore.
Everything that they've done, not everything, but most of the things that they've done have been absolute dog shit.
Yeah, it has.
So, like, there's the next trilogy that they announced or whatever, and I'm like, I'm not interested.
No interest, yeah.
I mean, I'll watch them, but it's not like before where I was like, I've got to be in theaters.
Right, yeah.
Now I'm like, I'll just wait to stream it, bro, on Disney or whatever it comes on cinema. Because I just don't care.
Yeah.
They ruined the whole thing for me, man. So anyways, there you go.
All right.
All right, man. Anything else before you want to jump over to some? We got some big MLB news today. But you got anything else before we do that?
Don't think so.
Okay.
Nothing like entertainment-wise. No.
Okay. Well, we got some big news, MLB. We talked about what we've been talking about, MLB free agency now for a couple weeks.
Yeah, we have.
Because it just started on, I believe, November 6th was the first day. But nothing has happened. Nothing has happened. I mean, geez, the season just ended. And so everybody's just kind of getting started with the process of everything. You know, it takes a lot of time. You know, teams, free agents get elected to free agency. They want to talk to the agents have to take care of multiple clients. They talk to multiple teams, see what the market is, basically. Well, we got that first chip, bro. We got that first chip today. Aaron Nola, who was probably one of the top 3 free agents available.
Yeah, absolutely.
Re-signed with the Phillies on a monster 7-year contract, $172 million is what I see here. So that right there should be where the market is for pitching.
Yeah.
And that's scary.
Yeah. So if you're like a big name pitcher, like Blake Snell's out there, who's I think is going to get more because he just won his second Cy Young.
Yeah.
And so he's probably going to get more than that. And then we got Jordan Montgomery, like the Rangers are trying to get out, who has Scott Boras as his agent, who's going to be like, I mean, Montgomery's not going to get that much, but somebody's going to have to overpay for him just because the pitching market is set like we said.
Yeah.
And like people were waiting for that first domino to fall. And here it is with 7 years, $172 million.
Yeah, I mean, think about this, too. Aaron Nola just got, like I said, 7 years, $172 million. His ERA last year was 4.46 in 32 starts. I know he's a really good pitcher. There's no doubt about that. He's had some really amazing seasons. He's an all-star pitcher. He has not won a Cy Young. But that is scary. 7 years, 172. I'm not signing Jordan Montgomery for that long and that much money.
No, me neither.
My max on Montgomery would be 5 years. Maybe I would do 6 if that's what it took.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's a lot of money, bro.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I know with Boras behind the whole negotiations, it's gonna be ugly. I mean, he's gonna sit here and say he's got a leg to stand on too. He's like, here, my boy helped you guys win a World Series.
True. And I mean, Nola pitched well in the postseason.
Yeah.
But I'm like, can we get back to reality a little bit? Like, you know, because 7 years, 172 for that guy that's more than I thought Aaron Nola was going to get, dude.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm like, good Lord, man. He's 32, bro.
Yeah.
30 years old. I mean, he's not 32. He is 30 years old, like Montgomery.
Right. Yeah. 30.
And Montgomery, I think by the time the season starts, is going to be 31. So I'm not doing 7 years, dude. We already have DeGrom for till he's age 39 or 40.
Yeah. And that, I mean, like we said, we don't know what that's gonna turn into.
Yep.
It could be a Bobby Bonilla thing. We may have to stretch because he may not pitch for us again, dude, because he's 36, 34, 35.
He's 30. I believe he's 35 or 30. He's going to be 36 by the time this starts.
Yeah.
This season.
And coming off of another.
I mean,
Tommy
elbow
John
surgery.
Yeah.
It's just like you don't want to see that with pitchers, bro. Twice.
Yeah.
And now,
especially older ones.
Yeah.
So
very true.
But anyway, I mean, I think that's where it's at, man. But I mean, Montgomery, I don't think Montgomery's going to get that from anybody.
I really don't either, man.
Maybe the Yankees, if they want to overpay for him, because he was drafted by the Yankees. He said he'd be fine going back there.
True.
But I don't know. And then I think he said I saw like a report where he said Yankees, Cardinals, or Rangers. Those are the 3 teams he will play for.
And career-wise, he's had a better ERA than Nola.
Yeah.
So, I'm just saying, by the way, Montgomery's a goddamn monster as far as starts go. He just literally pitches 30 games every year, no problem.
Yeah.
I heard him in an interview after the World Series or after one of the playoff starts where they asked him that. Oh, because he went on one of the games, I think it was in the ALCS, where he pitched on short rest.
Mm-hmm.
First time in his career he's done that. But they asked him, like, how did you feel or whatever? And he was like, felt great.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know what it is, man. My arm just doesn't get tired.
Right.
And I'm like, I want that guy back. Yeah. So it's consistency, and that's another chip that I guess Boris could play.
Right.
But, man, signing a 30-year-old, and he'll be 31 when the season starts, to 7 years just seems a little too much, bro, with that amount of money behind it, because you're paying him 20 minimum, maybe 25 a year.
Yeah.
So
that's a lot, yeah.
Would I be mad if they did it? No, because I'd be like, at least they invested in starting pitching again instead of Ohtani, who we definitely don't know if that guy can pitch again.
Yeah, have no clue.
Same thing, second elbow surgery. Right. We don't want two guys coming off 2 elbow surgeries, bro.
Exactly.
So, but that's the first one to fall, bro. Aaron Nola, but he's going back to Philly, so he just re-signed. So there you go. And, yeah, I don't know, man. There's still some rumors out there for other free agents. We haven't really seen any other big moves yet. So the Rangers haven't done much. You mentioned they non-tendered who?
Yeah, Matt Bush and Brett Martin. Those guys were due for arbitration, but they just said go check out free agency. Basically just released them.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's about it. And then they added some guys to the 40-man roster just to protect them from the Rule 5 draft. Yeah. If you have a prospect that looks really good and he's not on your 40-man roster when the Rule 5 draft comes up in like December, I think, they could be picked. And the only catch is that team has to keep them on their actual 25-man roster. Or is it 26 now? I don't know. 25-man roster?
I think it's 25, yeah.
They have to keep them on there all year long. Or if not, if they try to send them to the minors, then the original team they drafted from can take them back. But this rarely happens. But like Justin Foskey was one of them because he's one of our top prospects. They put him on the 40-man roster. There's a couple pitchers that they don't want to get taken. So
right, makes sense.
That's all they've done so far. There hasn't been any sort of like free.
And I'm sure, and I'm sure they're getting ready for a lot of like arbitration.
Right.
Well, so what it is with arbitration, too, we talked about it a little bit. The players that are eligible for arbitration, it just means that they're getting another deal from the team, or either 1 year or, or if, like you said, Chris Young negotiates with them and signs them to longer than that.
Yeah. Yeah, even if they go to arbitration, Chris Young can still say, hey, here's a contract,
Which the Texas Rangers haven't had a player go to like arbitration court since 2000.
Right.
So they've got a long of like, let's give this guy what he deserves raise wise. And
I believe that there's eight players that are up for arbitration. Now, I know Chris Young has probably already tendered all of them arbitration because they're all really good players.
Oh, of course.
And so then a date will get set, which is usually around, it's like in February or something like that. That's when the court dates come up.
Yes, it's something like that. I saw
basically what it is when you tender them arbitration, their agent and they submit a number that they think they're worth to a third party. Chris Young and the Rangers send a number that they think they're worth, and then the third party kind of takes both of those into effect and then makes up his own mind. And then there's a list that came out that has sort of kind of like a prediction of about what it could be, what these players could make. And it looks like a total of $28 million, which would be great for these guys.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah. And so like they have Nathaniel Lowe sitting at $8.8 million for his arbitration.
Yeah, which is what we said.
This is if it goes to an arbiter,
Well, you kind of don't want it to go that far because when it goes that far, then there's a beef between the player and the organization.
Yeah, and it could cost you more. Like
exactly.
The third party person could be like especially with Garcia, who's sitting at $6.6 million is the predict. Now that guy could say, look at this season this guy just had.
Well,
he needs to make more than that.
That's a massive raise for him, though.
Right, it is.
Because he was only making like $750K.
Right.
So $6 million.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Like,
then,
do it again, bro.
Yeah. Then there's some other players like Jonathan Hernandez is sitting around 1.3 million. Jonah Heim, our catcher, 3.6
Seriously?
million.
Hernandez?
Yeah.
Dude, please just no. Talk about non-tender, non-tender that guy. Dude, he fucking sucks.
Yeah. Jonah Heim, 3.6 million. Like I said, Garcia is 6.6. Dane Dunning, 3.4 million. Brock Burke, 1.1 million. Spores, who threw the final strikeout to win.
He got the last 7 outs.
Yeah, he got the last 7 outs.
Yeah.
$900K, which
that's
is
a bargain. By the way, you mentioned Heim 3.6, which we talked about. That seems like a bargain.
Yeah, because I mean, he started the All-Star game. He probably would have had better stats, obviously, if he didn't get hurt.
Right.
But I mean, he's our catcher. He's number
I'm
one.
with you, bro. I want them, if anybody, lock him up for the next 6 or 7 years.
Yeah. And then we got Tavares at the end here for $2.4 million. So those are not bad numbers for these guys. There's 3 All-Stars on there.
When we talked about it a little bit too with Tavares, and I still keep seeing it out there, by the way. People just ready to trade him and bring Wyatt Langford up to left field, Carter center field, Garcia right field, and I'm like, I mean, yeah, maybe in the future, but like did Tavares not earn his starting spot?
I think he did.
I do too.
I don't bring Langford up right now.
No, dude, he's not going to be on the opening day roster
unless he just kills it in spring training. Which I mean, that's kind of here or there. But I think he needs more games down in AAA because he only hit what he didn't play very many games in AAA to end the
5
year.
games.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
So let him start. I mean, don't rush this kid up, man. Let him start in AAA, and if he rakes for the beginning of the season, I don't see why you wouldn't call him up. But
well, he's such a young kid. You would want him to play almost every day,
right?
Yeah. But what's wrong with Leote?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
Besides his deep defense a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Questionable at sometimes, but then also amazing at other times.
Right.
So that's kind of one you got to like, but dude, he's 25.
Right.
So
just give him a break, man.
I don't understand how everybody's ready to get this guy out of here. Does no one remember World Series Game 1 in the 9th inning? Leote led off the inning and had a hell of an at-bat and walked.
Mm-hmm.
And then Simeon got out, and then Seager tied it with 1 swing.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't happen if Leote doesn't have a hell of an at-bat and walk.
Right.
So I'm just saying, dude, like, Leote has some experience in the majors, and I'm so excited about Wyatt Langford and his potential. I'm not saying that, but I got into an argument with a guy who's like, well, I went and watched him at AAA. I'm like, which one? There was only 5 games. And he's like, he's the next Mike Trout. And I'm like, yeah, trust this guy that's a fan.
Right.
I'm like, what? Like, dude, I told him, I was like, dude, I'm super excited about Langford as much as the next guy. I think that was a hell of a pick by them, and he looks like he's a stud. But I don't understand how dude, the Rangers won the World Series because they had depth.
Right.
Everywhere. Pitching and in the field, dude. So, I don't understand why people are just ready to ship off Leote. And for what? What are you going to get for him? Tyler Glasnow? That guy gets hurt a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a good pitcher, but he gets hurt a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't see the hate with that. I
it's
think
just like Nathaniel Lowe's hate, bro.
Yeah, I don't get that either.
This guy's just won the World Series, bro, and they're ready to trade him still.
I think your starting outfield is going to be Evan Carter, Leote Tavares, and Adolis Garcia. I mean, and it should stay that way until Langford gets more time in AAA, and if he's raking all year long, yeah, bring him up. But
I see. I bet the percentages of Wyatt Langford starting at AAA is like 90%, and then the percentage of him being called up next year, 100%.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And that's it. And if he takes the spot, kind of like Evan Carter,
right? If
he plays so well that Bochy's like, Jesus, I can't leave this guy out of the fucking lineup,
right?
Then that's what'll happen.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
the free agency got started today with Nola, or was it yesterday?
No, it was today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I think it's going to start moving quicker now because everybody kind of knows where it's going to be, and we'll start seeing guys getting signed. I think when the winter meetings come up, that's a lot of stuff's going to be doing, probably some trades, whatever's going to happen there.
Yeah, that's where the GMs are all together.
Yeah.
So they can chat.
They'll bang out some deals, get in rooms and stuff, and do all that. So,
of course, the big one's still Ohtani.
Yeah.
Where's he going to go?
Yeah. And how much is he going to get paid and all that? That's going to be interesting.
If Nola's 172 million is any indication, like he's going to get Ohtani's getting $500 million.
Yeah, probably.
I don't see how
some team is going to bet on him being a two-way player again. Obviously, that's not going to be next year.
Right.
But they're going to pay a lot of money for him to DH for them, and then hopefully in the next year he's going to come back as a two-way player and pitch again. But we don't know.
I still think $500 million. And by the way, he won his second MVP. That was announced the other day, which we all kind of knew. I mean, I wanted Corey Seager to win, obviously. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, if I take my Rangers fandom out of it and look at the stats and look at it, I'm like, it's Ohtani.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean,
I think Seager had a better shot at it if he didn't miss 40 games, probably.
Truth.
But
yeah, because he would have hit 40 home runs.
Yeah, easily. So, but hey, I mean, it had to be Ohtani, dude. He's just a monster.
Ohtani can have the AL MVP. I'll take World Series championship and World Series MVP for Corey Seager.
All fucking day.
All
long.
day. And I guarantee you Corey Seager's saying the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's like, you know what?
Yeah, I don't need that MVP. I got a ring now.
I got my second ring and my second World Series MVP. Only the second player to do that.
Yep.
So, absolutely, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
Or is that second player in both or two leagues?
He's the first one to do it in 2 leagues.
Okay, and second to do it twice. Reggie Jackson, Corey Seager.
Right.
By the way, Reggie, step aside. The new Mr. October is Corey Seager. His stats are better in October, bro.
Yeah, it is.
I'm just saying.
I mean, Reggie Jackson hit 3 in one game. I get it, but Seager has more home runs than you, bro.
Don't put it past Corey Seager to hit 3 in one World Series.
I wouldn't either. He's going to do it next year.
I hope. Back to back, baby.
Yeah, oh God, I'd shit my pants. I'd be like, fuck you, Houston.
I'd be like, whatever it takes to keep Bruce Bochy. Just pay that man $1 million every game. I don't care.
100%.
Yeah, just fucking give it to him, bro. The other thing I did see that coming out of the MLB with because they did a lot of GM meetings already and stuff like that. Right after we won the World Series in that parade, Chris Young was like, yeah, because they were asking him, like, how hard are you going to celebrate? He's like, we'll celebrate today. And then he's like, Monday I'm flying to Phoenix because it's the GM meetings. I'm like, geez, this guy's got no time off.
No.
So this stuff's starting to come out. And this is MLB is likely to implement 18-second pitch clock with runners on base in 2024. This year the pitch clock started, but it was 20 seconds with runners on base. So they're likely going to change that to 18 seconds.
Oh, wow. So they want to shorten the games even more.
And I don't get it because the games were fine.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem. I think they were like, over the whole year, they were like 30 minutes shorter than the year before.
Which is perfect.
Yeah.
Which was so nice.
Yeah,
I'm not going to lie. The pitch clock, we were wondering how that would work, but after watching it and everything, I love it.
I didn't see a problem with it. I actually was against it at first. I remember saying that here on the podcast. I was like, I always said I enjoyed that chess match between a pitcher and a hitter.
Yeah.
But it didn't seem to change the quality of the game at all.
No, I didn't. I thought, look, dude, 15 seconds when you get that's a lot. It's longer than you think.
Yeah, it is.
I know some pitchers are upset about it because they don't like to be feeling like they're rushed.
Yeah, Scherzer's one of those guys. He hates the pitch clock.
Scherzer does not like it. And he thinks it's caused injuries with pitchers, but I'm like, I don't get that, dude. Whatever.
Nah, I don't think so, but
I don't either. But
I'm not a doctor though, so it's whatever.
That's true. Me neither. But whenever a runner was on, you got 20 seconds, so you got 5 more seconds. But now they're likely to implement it to just 3 more seconds, 18 seconds. And I think it's still going to be you can only throw over twice.
Well, with run, like I was about to say, with runners on, and you can throw it over twice, and then you're done. So it doesn't make sense. Just
throw it over twice if you want more time.
Yeah.
And then if you can't, you can throw it a third time, but you have to pick them off, or it's a balk or something like that.
Yeah, they get to move to second or something.
Yeah.
Which, that rule's weird too.
It's a disengagement twice.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to throw it off. You can disengage twice.
Right.
And if you need more time, just disengage.
I'm surprised.
Or just act like
nobody
I can't
stole.
Hear you. Because I think Scherzer did that, by the way, in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because he was like, I can't hear. I can't. I'm like, I guarantee you Scherzer just wants more time.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, I'm surprised a player we don't see another Ricky Henderson steal 100 bases every year or 130 bases because it's easier to steal bases now.
That's true. Acuna had 70 something this year.
Especially if you have a fast guy like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can make that pitcher throw over twice, and if you're safe, then you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about his move to first again.
Yeah. But like Acuna had 70 something, so nobody's going to steal what Ricky Anderson did, bro.
No, I saw a stat out there that somebody would have to play 20 seasons and average 100 steals to even be close.
Yeah, I mean that's all that guy did. Anytime he was on base, he stole it.
Like you're not picking him off either, or you're not throwing him out ever.
No, not at all. He was just so good, man.
Yeah. So anyway,
but maybe some rule changes coming. We'll see.
Have they talked about? I haven't seen anything either about robo umps yet or anything. Because there's been some bad fucking. I remember watching this highlight reel of how many bad calls there were this year, and it's getting worse, dude.
Well, they haven't seen anything on that. Now it was in AAA or the minors, so they're testing it there. I'm sure they're collecting all that data and feedback from the whole year. And how they did it in AAA this year was they did it like off and on. So they would have it on one game and then off the next or something like that.
Yeah,
and
to kind of compare the game. Yeah.
And what it was you get 3 challenges basically. So you can challenge a ball or strike call. The umpire gets it in it. If it's a robot ump, the umpire has an earpiece in, and the robot ump says ball strike based upon where the pitch is.
Yeah.
And then the player can challenge if he feels like it's a ball. Oh, well, excuse me. When the robot ump is off and it's the actual umpire behind the plate calling it, the player can challenge it. And they're like, no, that was a ball or whatever. Then they go to the robot ump for the actual call. The pitcher and catcher can challenge as well. So if like the catcher has it, and he's like, that was a strike, but then the pitcher can be like, that was a strike, challenge it. So that's the preferred method from the feedback that I read. The preferred method is the umpire behind the plate still calls the balls and strikes.
Yeah.
However, you get to challenge it. The pitcher or catcher gets to challenge it, or the batter gets to challenge it. And you get 3 a game. So,
just 3 challenges?
Yeah.
That's not enough if you have Angel Hernandez behind the plate.
Well, that guy needs to be fired. I don't know why he's still out there.
Yeah, he does not need to be an ump at all, dude.
You'd blow 3 challenges in 1 inning with that asshole.
Yeah, no shit.
So that's the preferred way. Instead of having the robot ump call it the entire game.
Yeah.
The preferred way is still to have the umpire behind the home plate make the calls. And then you're allowed to challenge, but you, like I said, you get 3. So.
All right.
I want that, by the way. I want that so bad because in the playoffs, when we were watching, there were so many bad calls. So many.
There was, yeah.
And there needs to be more than 3 challenges, you're right. Because that's just not enough.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, when you got one,
you can't obviously challenge every goddamn pitch, but I'm just saying.
Right.
It's like, look at that.
Shit's outside.
Exactly. Yeah, you can't do it every time, but like big moments like the playoff, it means so much every pitch, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And there was some shit calls the whole playoffs. Now, thank God most of them went our way this year. Finally.
Yeah, no shit.
Before this shit rolls into town. But I'm just saying, I think that's the preferred way, and I think we're headed towards that in the majors 100%.
Yeah.
We're going to get that. And it should be. Dude, use the technology. I like that whole, leave it up to the umpire behind the plate still. It's kind of like replay with the outs and slides and everything with stealing and first base.
Right, yeah.
Although MLB fucked us earlier in the year and said Jonah Heim was blocking the plate when he clearly wasn't.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, use the technology to your advantage and make sure the shit's right, dude.
Right.
So that's all I got to say about that.
All right.
But no, we haven't heard anything official.
Right.
So I guess we'll wait on that.
That'll probably take a couple seasons down there in AAA to get it, or maybe another season.
Get it worked out?
Yeah.
We'll see, man.
All right.
The other thing that did come out, we did mention this before, but they actually voted for it this time. Oakland Athletics are officially going to move to Las Vegas after the team owners voted, because they always have to vote on this.
Right.
Team owners unanimously voted 30-0. Mm-hmm. So the Oakland A's are moving to Las Vegas officially. The new stadium in Las Vegas is approved. Oakland bought the land and all that. It's like a $3 billion stadium that's going up. I did see that they will be having a roof on it, retractable.
Yeah.
Which you might as well just close that the whole time because it's Vegas. It's in the fucking desert.
Yeah, it's going to be hot as shit all the time.
It's 100 degrees every day out there.
Yeah.
So they're moving. 2028 is the first year that the Oakland A's will be in Las Vegas. That's when the stadium opens, 2028. Now, what's interesting about that is the stadium they're currently in, the lease runs through 2024, and that's it. So where the hell are they going to play for those 25, 26, 27 seasons? I don't know.
They may have to do something share it with the Raiders because they're in Vegas, so like they did before.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I got no clue what they're going to do, but they will be at the Coliseum next year.
Yeah.
And that'll be the last year. Maybe. I mean, they could stay, I guess, but they could re-up a lease for 3 years.
Another 3 years. That's probably what'll happen.
But look at this, bro. Your team is officially moving to Vegas. No one likes the owner, by the way.
Right.
He
spends zero money on the team.
And then he moves them.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's a lot of history in Oakland with that team, actually.
Yeah. They've won a couple World Series.
Exactly. And Ricky Henderson. Hello.
Yeah.
They were good in the early 2000s. They had that massive fucking record, 20-game winning streak or whatever.
Yep.
That was huge. Scott Hatterberg, the walk-off.
Chris Pratt, bro.
Yeah, Chris Pratt. Brad Pitt signed Chris Pratt. But it's pretty crazy. And I know that they tried like hell to get the city of Oakland and surrounding to build them a new stadium, and it never happened.
Right.
And
I don't know
that place
why.
is a shithole, bro. That stadium sucks, dude.
Yeah, I've never been, but I've seen it, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, man.
It's
Get
trash.
rid of that fucking, that whole foul territory is like fucking 50 yards
The bullpen's
away.
still in the foul territory.
Yeah, I'm like, if you could get murdered down there trying to warm up the pitch, and the foul ball comes flying over there.
Yeah, so they, like I said, the Vegas stadium won't be ready till 2028 is the scheduled when it's supposed to be done.
Jeez, that's a long time to build a fucking stadium, dude.
Yeah, and it's right now. It's right across the street from the MGM Grand, so it's where the Tropicana is located. Right there.
Yeah.
So that's where this new stadium is going to be. It's on the Strip again. So that'll be cool, though. Once they officially open that up, we can go watch the Rangers in Vegas if we want to.
Hell yeah.
But man, I'm wondering. I'm like, so when the next year's over, because Oakland's not going to make the playoffs, no one's going to go to the games either. Like their attendance is going to be their attendance is already low.
Right.
We're talking like super fucking low.
This is the same owner from the Oakland days.
Yeah.
You think he's just going to magically start? Here's a $300 million payroll.
No.
No. He's so cheap.
It's
dude.
going to be shit.
What he does is he brings them up through their farm system. Whenever their free agent contract comes up, if they're good, he either trades them before then or just lets them go. And then that's it, dude. He doesn't spend massive contracts on players. He never has.
It's going to be bad.
Yeah.
It's going to be really bad. But I'm just saying, like, they have next year and then those 3 other seasons where they have the stadium's not ready. So they have to play somewhere.
I would imagine they'll sign another lease. I mean, you're going to have to unless you play in the Vegas football stadium.
Which is, I don't even know if that's possible because of the way that's built.
Yeah, I don't know if you can, like they used to do with the Raiders.
Dude, just
Oakland Raiders.
Just play at a goddamn Little League stadium in Oakland, bro. No one sees you anyways.
Yeah.
Like
Like
it might
30
be a cool
people can fit on those little stands.
And it might be a cool opportunity for us to go see the Rangers in a Little League stadium, bro. Yeah. Like, oh, hell yeah.
It's going to be like 40 home runs in this game.
I'll be like, geez, Corey Seager's gone yard 10 times today.
Score is 42-39 right now in the bottom of the 4th.
I'll be like, God damn. Longest game ever.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, shit.
No, I don't know what the plan is, but it's official, though. 30-0, too. Nobody voted against this, so everybody apparently wanted it. And Rob Manfred came out and said, everybody wanted it. Like, nobody cares about you, bro.
Right.
The fuck out of here. So, there you go. If you're an Oakland Athletics fan out there, then I feel bad for you, to be honest.
Right.
Because you lose your team. You just lost your football team. Now you're losing your baseball team as well.
Yep.
Fly to fucking Vegas. It ain't that fucking long of a flight from Oakland to Vegas. You can probably fucking drive that shit.
Yeah.
Shit. Do it. Do it. Do it. All right, man. Let's see.
Yeah, one more like baseball thing that we talk about.
Okay.
This has to do with our Rangers and some other teams. But the Bally Sports saga is coming to an end.
Yes, yes.
After 2024, says Bally and its ownership group, Diamond Sports Group, announced in a court filing that it had reached an agreement with creditors to resolve any remaining financial issues for the 2024 season. After that, Bally will be stepping away from broadcasting baseball completely. So this is good news because you can only watch Bally on like Dish or what was it, DirecTV?
DirecTV, and then I moved to Fubo.
Fubo, and that was the only one that you either had to buy Fubo or DirecTV to do it, which is stupid.
Yeah.
I think people in their markets should be able to watch every single baseball game of their team. It makes no sense to me. So,
100%.
But anyway, Bally Sports, I don't know. They hadn't paid a lot of teams, and Rangers was one of them, but they ended up paying in full somehow.
We talked about like how'd they make those payments, bro?
Right. So
like where'd the money come from?
The Texas Rangers get their broadcast right after the 2024 season, no matter what happens, and they can begin pursuing a new broadcast deal for the 2025 season. But I did see that they might just go ahead and drop the Rangers before the 2024 season. So if that happens, then Rangers can go out and find another.
Well, if that happens, then MLB will pick up the rights somehow and do it, and then we'll see what that. I hope that because of all this bullshit that we've gone through with Bally, and now they're definitely leaving after this season, and maybe before. I just hope that Ray Davis or whoever's in charge of it says, fuck it, dude. Let's start our own goddamn regional network.
Yeah, like Rangers TV Network or some shit.
And then put it on local and give it to everybody.
It's like the Yankees have been doing that for a year with Yes TV or whatever it is.
Yep.
You can watch that in New York. You can watch every single Yankees game on that channel, and it's on everything.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how you make. That's what I never understood about Bally Sports. I'm like, you make more money putting it on multiple streaming platforms.
Because they wanted too much from these services, and the services are like, get fucked.
Yeah, exactly. They're just being greedy, and look where it put you. Exactly. Now you're not going to be broadcasting any baseball after next year.
And that's probably not just the Rangers either. I bet that's the fucking Mavericks and the Stars too.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
So fuck Valleys, bro. We've always said that. The only reason I had Fubo before to watch.
Yeah, for a while it wasn't on Fubo.
It wasn't. Yeah. When I had Fubo first, it wasn't, and then they were like, "We're adding Bally." I'm like, okay. Which I was happy because I'm like, because that happened before this season, which I was like, good, thank God, because I want to watch the Rangers every game this year.
Yeah.
And but fuck Bally, bro, they suck. So hopefully the Rangers, like you said, just fucking start your own network, man. Yeah. There's other teams that have done that, dude, besides the Yankees.
Yeah. So. There's a lot of things. They're like, I know even the Texas Longhorns have their own thing.
Astros have their own shit, I think.
So I'm sure they need to definitely take a look at that and do that, just because it was hard to watch Rangers games if you didn't have Fubo or DirecTV, which DirecTV costs way too much.
Yeah.
Like I've refused to do it, dude.
Feels like Fubo went up in price so much that I'm paying. I'm like, I got out of cable or whatever. And I got this streaming service and I'm paying for Fubo, and I'm like, wow, this bill is more than it's about the same price. And I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, I know. When I got on Fubo for a little bit, I think I paid like $90 a month, and then it's like, oh, if you want Bally Sports, you got to pay this extra $15. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
And like my total price was like $100 and something.
Same. And I'm like,
I was like, Jesus, man.
Oh yeah, I'm like, I don't watch I don't watch any of these other channels, dude. None of them. I need Bally's to watch sports, ESPN sometimes for others, and then like local channels for the college football and everything else.
Yeah.
And that's it. I don't need anything else, bro. I don't watch anything else.
Yeah.
I'm not out there like, oh my God, it's fucking Law and Order on TNT tonight. Law and Order Puerto Rico's on. I gotta watch that. I don't watch any of that, dude.
Yeah, no, me neither. So
it's
anyway,
shit, bro.
Hopefully, this will be if Bally's still here for 2024 season, that's going to be the last year. So hopefully the Rangers will be like, they'll roll out their Rangers TV network and
just do it.
Be able to watch
and
it.
And hire us to host a weekly show.
Yeah, we'll be talking shit about local teams.
Well, we'll be telling the truth. That's for sure.
Right.
And I guess
when y'all suck, we'll suck. I mean, we're not going to be like, oh, hey.
Although I'd be really easy on the Rangers now because we won a championship.
Yeah.
So the pain's pretty much gone. We know that. We'd be really easy.
Yeah, you wouldn't want us to do this 5 years ago.
Oh, God, no.
You guys are fired.
We're set up to lose.
After the first episode, you guys are fired.
I'd be like, fine.
You guys called JD a dick like 47 times. I'm like, oh, because he is.
Because he's a piece of shit. So, yeah. Yeah, well, that's good news, man.
Yeah.
That we found out that we're close, guys, to getting out of the hell of Bally Sports. And if you, like I said, if you don't have, like Leaf said, if you don't have DirecTV or Fubo, you can't watch these fucking games.
Yeah, I mean, it makes no sense. You're in the DFW area, and you have to buy a specific service to watch it. That should be stupid. You should be able to pick whatever service you want, and then your Rangers are right there. You can watch them.
Hopefully they do that.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So this week, NFL Week 11 is going on. Obviously, we're recording on Sundays. Our teams have already played. One thing I want to mention before we get into the games is this week, during the week, a famous sideline reporter, old sideline reporter, who's like a host now on a few, like Fox and then Amazon as well, who has been naked in videos, which we really appreciate those leaks. Thank God for those.
Yeah, she was like diddling herself in somebody's office or something.
That's right. Yeah, it was really weird. She's like, I have to be quiet.
Yeah.
They're right outside. I'm like, Jesus Christ, what the hell's, where is she? Yeah. But we're talking about Carissa Thompson.
Mm-hmm.
Carissa Thompson, who is a smoking hot.
Absolutely smoke show, bro.
Yeah, like, very, 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 very hot. And I'm sure you all know who that is out there. But this past week, she went on a podcast called Pardon My Take, which is one of the top 5 podcasts in the world, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like owned by Barstool Sports, I think. She went on and basically said during her time as a sideline reporter, before she became the host and stuff that she does now, she said, I've said this before, so I haven't been fired for saying it, but I'll say it again. I would make up the reports sometimes because, A, the coach wouldn't come out at halftime or it was too late. And I was like, I didn't want to screw up the report. So I was like, I'm just going to make this up. So that means like at halftime, whenever they go to these sideline reporters, like, what do they say at halftime? She was basically making shit up.
Yes.
And not even talking to the coaches. They're getting any information. Now, if at halftime you see the interview with the coach, obviously they didn't make that up.
Right, yeah.
But whenever they do these, they're like, let's go down to Carissa Thompson with a halftime update or whatever. And they're not on camera.
Yeah.
She's just talking into the mic.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know. Well, I won't say they. I won't say they because a lot of female reporters came out and bashed the shit out of Carissa
a lot
Thompson.
of . Reporters came out and was like, nah,
Yeah. But Carissa Thompson basically made shit up.
Yeah.
And she was like, they're not going to get mad at me if I say we need to stop the run or we need to get better on third down. Yeah. And I'm like, that's true, bitch. But like, they didn't tell you that.
Exactly.
So just say like, I wasn't able to talk to the coach.
Yeah.
Why are they like the network should be like, well, we can't talk to her then because she didn't talk to the coach.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And now she's not a sideline reporter anymore.
No.
She's like a host of like the NFL Kickoff and Amazon Prime's Thursday Night Football. And but then she did come out on her Instagram and say, basically she's backstepping.
Let me walk back.
Yeah. She said, went on a podcast this week. I said I would make up reports early in my career when I worked as a sideline reporter before I transitioned to my host role. Working in the media, I understand how important words are, and I chose wrong words to describe the situation. I'm sorry. I've never lied about anything or been unethical during my time as a sports broadcaster.
Okay.
So then when she said, in the absence of a coach providing any information that could further my report, I would use information that I learned and saw during the first half to create my report. At first she's saying she made shit up. That was her first thing. Now she's saying I would use information from the game. Like she said, for example, if a team was 0 for 7 on third down, that would clearly be an area that they need to improve on the second half. But the problem with that is the coach didn't say that. Yeah. Like, he didn't say, oh, we need to be better on third downs because she never talked to him.
Let me just go back to that sentence. I have never lied about anything. Yeah, you did.
Like, making up shit is lying.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that is not truthful.
Right.
So whether you believe it or not, the coach didn't tell you that.
I guarantee if you go back and listen to her sideline reporter today, she probably said, Coach
of
Belichick
course. That's what they always say.
They need to be better at third downs.
That's what they always say.
Yeah, so she did lie.
They always say, like, so for example, like Joe and Troy or whatever, Joe would be like, let's go down to Carissa Thompson for what they said. Yeah, Joe, I talked to Mike McCarthy at halftime and he said, we got to get better. Like, that's what they say. That's what they lead off every time.
Yeah.
So I've never lied about anything. Yes, you have.
Mm-hmm.
So her little apology / walking back or whatever should mean nothing to nobody, dude.
Right.
Carissa Thompson seems like I said this to you. She seems like she got in the position where she's in by doing some extra side stuff under the table to people that would put her in that position. Just seems that way to me.
Yeah. I mean, it's that we don't know that.
I don't know that, but based on her history and then this information,
Yeah.
I could see it.
Yeah. And
I mean, she had videos out there where she's finger banging herself completely naked, bro. We've seen it.
Yeah. So, and you don't know who she sent that to. It's probably the head of Amazon.
I think.
No, well, they weren't in the football game back then, but.
Well, yeah. I believe I'd heard that it was like possibly a former player that she worked with.
Yeah, I think it was like a co-host or something. Yeah.
Which is I don't care.
Right.
But I'm just saying it doesn't make you seem like we should trust you ever.
A credible person. Yeah.
Like I've never lied or been unethical. Yes, you have.
Yeah. And then like Lisa Salters was one of the sideline reporters that come out and is like fucking pissed about it. She said her quote was shocked, disappointed, disgusted. What we heard today called all sideline reporters into question. So this is saying like if Carissa Thompson did it, maybe other ones are doing it. So now they got to come out and defend themselves.
And I saw a bunch of them do that.
Yeah, there's a lot more than Lisa Salters. Like Andrea Kramer was a big sideline. I don't think she does sideline reporting anymore.
No, I don't think so.
But she came out and said some stuff and
well, yeah.
Chris Kirshner is another one. So
I'm sure Michelle Tafoya said something.
Yeah, I think she did too. So yeah.
A lot of them saying like, dude, like we do work hard and we gain the trust of the coaches and the team to be able to create these reports. Yeah. And so for her to say this is a slap in the face of all the work that we've done to get here.
Right. Yeah.
Which, by the way, we're on record of saying that the sideline reporters are worthless anyways.
Yeah.
We don't need that.
Because some of the stuff they report, we're like, we didn't need that.
Well, it's just like we were saying, like, we know that they need to stop them on third down. We've watched the game. Yeah. We don't need a woman on the sidelines saying that to us. And that's literally all it is for broadcasting and people to watch.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry. It's just the truth.
Exactly.
We need more Tom Brennahan. That's who I like to see.
I mean, that's what they're for. Some of them,
they don't add any value to the broadcast to me, bro.
Not really.
No.
And it used to be, it was just hot. Like Aaron Andrews is still a sideline reporter.
Yeah.
They hired like these hot blondes to do it, and now there's some that may be attractive to other people, maybe, but not But
yeah, I'm like, I've never understood the value of that.
Yeah.
To me, like, okay, I talked to the coach or whatever. It's like, that's fine. But if you're making it up, then it's even more worthless, dude.
Yeah.
Which I guess those other ones are like, no, like we actually do the work, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
This bitch is crazy. Like I said, Carissa Thompson is crazy, clearly. Fucking clearly.
Yeah.
She is, bro.
To go on a big podcast and say shit like that is pretty,
yeah.
That's pretty brave.
Pretty
I don't know
ballsy.
what the fuck she was thinking.
I wonder if, when that came out, if, like, of course, she probably got blown up, messages-wise and everything. And then I would imagine whoever her agent is or who she were, like, they were probably like, you put out a fucking apology now.
Yeah. You just set off a bomb in your whole fucking workforce.
By the way, Carissa Thompson, I got a picture of her in front of me now. God, she's hot.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, I follow her on Instagram, dude.
Well, if you ever need to go out there and look at Carissa Thompson naked, doing it to herself and everything and talking dirty, those videos will never be gone, bro. We got them for life.
Yeah, they're out there.
Yep, for life. Anyways, maybe don't talk anymore, Carissa. She was giving updates today, actually, during Fox's broadcast, and I'm just like, she made up that report. And the memes have already blown up, of course.
Yeah.
Because according to Carissa Thompson, Joey Burrow will be back in Week 12, according to her sources. That's what one of the memes were, bro.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Oh, my God. Let's go.
All right, man. So, yeah, Week 11 was today, of course. It's still going on as we're recording. Our teams have already played. Look, let me just address the Cowboys game real quick, bro. We played the Panthers, the worst team in the league, and we won 33-10. We beat up another bad team. Now, hold on real quick, Cowboys Nation out there, thinking that the Cowboys are headed to the Super Bowl on November 19th because we beat the 1-8 Carolina Panthers. Take a deep breath and realize that this doesn't mean shit to me.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. They beat a bad fucking team again, dude. They beat a bad team last week. This run of games is bad teams. We should win all of these games.
It's a pretty fucking easy schedule.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is. And it's just like the Homer Cowboys fans, though, who I'm talking to right now, they're going nuts, bro. They're going nuts right now.
Yeah.
They think that we're Super Bowl bound because we beat the Giants and the Panthers so badly.
Right.
And this is what you're supposed to do. But, like, when you play a good team, I look at the San Francisco game that we played on that Sunday night, which was we lost 42-10.
That's because you played an actual defense.
Yes.
The Giants and Panthers defense are garbage.
Exactly. So, look, they're winning the games that they should, which is great as a fan. But as a realist fan, like I am, I realize that this doesn't mean shit. Doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it doesn't.
No, because, I mean, they have to prove it to me that they can win on the road against an actual good team, not the Carolina Panthers who are 1-8. Okay? Go on the road and beat the Eagles. Well, you had your chance. You lost that game. Go on the road and beat the 49ers. You had your chance. You got embarrassed. You got fucking super embarrassed on Sunday Night Football in front of the national TV audience.
Yep.
So until you do that, I'm not going to believe it. And by the way, this is November 19th. You play your football, play your best football. Like Kevin Burkhardt said that today on the broadcast. He's like, Cowboys are playing some of the best football all year. And I'm like, yeah, it's in November, Kevin.
Yeah.
Like, I want them to play their best in January. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
So until they do that, bro, I'm not going to believe it. Am I happy about the win? Of course. We've destroyed the Carolina Panthers. Frank Reich is off to a bad start in Carolina.
Yeah. His quarterback looks like ass.
I'm telling you, he should have just started Andy Dalton.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to let that guy. Sometimes, I mean, I know he was the number 1 overall pick or whatever, but sometimes
they're not ready, dude.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's clear. Watching this guy play, he wasn't ready. So let him sit back and work, practice, and then watch a veteran go out there and play quarterback, even though it's probably not the best guy to.
I mean, it's better than what you got. Yeah, I mean, you might as well learn.
He's been a starter for a long time in the NFL. So.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, Frank Reich is off to a horrific start, 1-9, and it's the Panthers, bro. They're so bad. I mean, there were so many plays today where they actually at the first half they stopped us a little bit, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, let's go. Mm-hmm. And then they're like, personal foul, and like 3 times in a row on like 3rd down or whatever. I was just like, the Carolina Panthers suck, dude.
They're not well coached.
Yeah, so that's bad.
Yeah.
And they just gave us a cakewalk to the end zone. I'm like, yeah, you can't do that, obviously.
Right. Yeah.
Signs of bad teams were there. Sign of a bad team was there with Carolina. They're really bad. So, again, I'm not celebrating at all. Literally, no celebration came from me at all. Leaf can tell you. I was just like, yeah, this is what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, I mean, I would have been the same way if it was my team.
Yeah.
It was just like, yeah, I mean, this is what's supposed to happen.
We're setting up for
1-8, dude.
Yeah, exactly. We're setting up for that matchup in 2 weeks with the Eagles when they come here. Now, we probably win that game because we're at home. We play better at home for some reason, and then we do on the road. Because when I say for some reason, the Cowboys almost have a home game every fucking where they go. There's so many Cowboys fans everywhere. I don't know why, but there is. So, like I said, dude, is it? Am I happy? Yeah, of course I'm happy. I'm in a good mood about it, but I know it's only November 19th. So that's what I'll say about the Cowboys game.
Okay.
And by the way, I've seen this movie before, and it's a rerun, and you should agree with me 100%. So, let's see. Your team lost to the Giants today, bro. 31-19 was the final score on that. That's a bad loss, brother.
It's a very bad loss. I mean, Sam Howell, what I did get to see of it on the red zone is zero protection. And like I said a couple weeks before, whenever they traded Montez Sweat and Chase Young away, they're getting ready to rebuild the defense. I guess they're not going to re-sign those guys. They're going to be too expensive. I guess so. So 2 big pieces of our defense is left off. Sam Howell was running for his life again today. I think he got sacked 4 or 5 times and threw 3 picks because he was rushed and made bad throws. And this is only a good thing for me because it's probably going to get my coach fired, which I've been advocating for all year long. Should have been done last year. But I know Josh Harris wasn't going to come in and shake the tree yet. But he will. If he doesn't get fired during the season here, it's definitely going to happen at the end of the year, and I'm happy for that. And I don't know if they're going to move Bieniemy up. I don't think Bieniemy's a head coach. After watching how he runs this offense, actually they've played pretty well the last few games. It looks like they're starting to gel a little bit as far as offense goes, but this game was bad. This was a step back, and it's just because the offensive line is garbage. Dude.
I was going to say that.
They need to tank the rest of the season and get in a spot to get a decent offensive lineman. To kind of rebuild that offensive line and then maybe grab some people. And you need like 2 or 3 guys in free agency to fix this fucking offensive line because Sam Howell's getting hit a lot. And
he's getting murdered.
Yeah, he got hurt earlier too. I mean, he came back right away, but I mean, like I said, that's just the beginning of it.
Right.
Like if he keeps getting hit like that, man, there's going to be concussions. He's going to be out a lot. He could break something, tear ACL. You got to protect your quarterback. And I think he's going to be the guy going forward because he has great games. He came into this week the passing leader, in yards just because they throw 40 times a game. But I mean, that's something, He's out there doing it. So you got to protect that guy. You got some good offensive pieces, but I mean, if you can't block for your quarterback, you're fucked. And you saw it today because the Giants beat the shit out of him. Tommy DeVito, Jesus Christ.
Tommy DeVito looked like an MVP candidate today.
Yeah, that's what our defense does.
246 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Dude, I think Jack Del Rio's worn out his welcome here too.
Well, I mean, look, dude, you clean house.
Yeah.
I mean,
fresh start, new ownership, get a fresh start next year. And start rebuilding. I don't think they're far. I don't think they're like a complete rebuild. They're not. Like I said, that offense has really good pieces. If they had a great offensive line, we'd be scoring a lot more points. But they're definitely missing a lot of parts here on defense and offensive side of the ball. So,
100%.
But I'm whatever happens.
Swept by the Giants this year, bro.
Yeah, that's bad. That's real bad. With how bad the Giants are, they're fucking terrible, dude.
Yeah, they're bad. Plus, it was Tommy DeVito.
Yeah. And then, the Redskins are weird, man, because next week they're probably going to fucking hang 40 on the Cowboys for some reason.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's the other thing, too. Our teams play on Thanksgiving Day this week. Yeah. So, going into next week, yeah, I mean, we're at home, so we play so good at home.
Yeah.
However, I've said to you, and I probably have said this out here to other people that talk to me, Thanksgiving Day is just different. It's special. It's always been special. It's a tradition.
Yeah.
It's a special day. Everybody kind of like plays differently on Thanksgiving. I'm talking about like back in the day, like, Green Bay would go play Detroit, which they play on Thursday, so shockingly enough. But I'm saying like Green Bay days where it's like Brett Favre was the quarterback in Green Bay. And the Lions were absolute dog shit.
Yeah.
Just so bad. But then somehow, some way, the Lions found a way to beat the Packers because it's Thanksgiving Day. And it's just like a tradition. It's a big thing. So I'm not overlooking the Commanders by any means. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
Because I've seen the Cowboys blow games on Thanksgiving Day. They lost to the Raiders like 3 years ago on Thanksgiving Day to Derek Carr or whatever year that was. But we lost, and it was a fucking awful loss. So I've seen them shit their pants on Thanksgiving Day to teams. And it's a divisional game, so it's always going to be a big game. The last game we played against the Commanders, we lost.
Yeah.
So I'm not confident like as much as I would be, because I swear it's a different fucking thing, dude. And I'm not overlooking the Commanders by any means, so we'll see.
But as long as Ron Rivera's there, I don't think this team's going to do much. So hopefully, but by the end of the year, that guy will be gone.
So
I'll be happy.
Dolly Parton is playing the halftime at Thanksgiving. I didn't see that. That's what I'm seeing in chat.
I thought it was that Jack Harlow guy. Oh
no, that's for the Lions game.
That's for the Lions game.
Yeah, Dolly Parton is apparently for the Cowboys game.
Okay.
Yay. Hey, Dolly Parton still got a rack.
Yeah, yeah.
As old as she is, she's still got a rack. And I love it.
Yeah, they're massive, dude.
I'm here for that.
Yeah.
So I'll be watching halftime.
We'll see. I mean, she's old, man. I don't know. She doesn't tour like a ton, so.
Those things are still holding up strong, bro.
Yeah.
She knows those are her babies, but she's got to get work done. Those things don't be sagging.
Right.
So, yeah. Other than that, there was a couple crazy games as well. Speaking of Lions, they struggled with the Bears all day. They ended up winning 31-26. So the Lions, now they're 8-2. So yeah, they're looking pretty good over there, man. And the Dolphins also kind of struggled with the Raiders. They ended up winning though, so they're 7-3. You know, the Dolphins are funny. I don't know what to think of the Dolphins. They don't really play that well sometimes against some. Well, first of all, they don't beat teams over 500.
Right, yeah, they're 0-3
they played the Raiders
this year.
at home, and they just don't look that great.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they're coming off of a bye week, too. They should have been way prepared, so I'm not sure. But, yeah, it was kind of weird.
Chargers.
They're weird to me, man. I think they're still not ready for that big stage, man.
Same. Chargers lose to the Packers 23-20. We watched the end of that, and it was 4th and 1, and Herbert threw it. It was tipped, and the game over, and Chargers going to Charger, bro. They're just not good.
I think they're in the same boat as the Skins, man. They need to fire their head coach, but Staley's not the guy, bro.
We knew that 2 years ago.
Yeah, when he completely fucked them out of a playoff appearance.
Yes, I don't know how he still had a job.
Yeah.
Texans beat the Cardinals today, 21-16. The Texans don't look now 6-4, and C.J. Stroud with another huge ass game. He did throw 3 picks in the game, but he had 336 yards with 2 touchdowns as well. I don't like that. I don't want anything in the city of Houston to be successful.
Yeah, me neither.
So I don't like it. They're gaining some momentum. Yeah. Now, granted, it was the Cardinals, but still.
Yeah.
Anytime Houston's happy, I'm unhappy.
Exactly. I'm the same boat. Because that place sucks.
Yeah,
and their team sucks.
It's called the armpit. That's about it for the noon games. The afternoon games are still rolling right now. It looks like the 49ers are going to easily beat the Buccaneers, and the Bills are up on the Jets right now. So, yeah, the rest of the games. Now, tomorrow night, we have the Monday night game is a good one, Eagles at Chiefs. So that's going to be good. That's a repeat of the Super Bowl, so we'll see what happens there. I assume that they're going to mention Kelsey Brothers and Taylor Swift 5,000 times during the entire broadcast. So
I bet that's a bet in Vegas. Like how many times Taylor Swift is. I think she's going to be at the game, actually.
Oh, I thought she was like gone or like on tour.
Yeah, she is. But I think her last show is, she just postponed one because there's some heat wave over there in Brazil, bro. And like a fan died, actually.
Jesus.
Yeah. And so she actually postponed a show because of that. And then I guess it's hot in Brazil in November. I have no idea. Never been over there, but
I feel like Brazil's hot all the time.
So maybe she won't. I think she was planning. I think her last show was supposed to be Sunday, but that's still late to kind of fly back and try to be at a Monday night game. But I don't know anything.
Flying private, bro. She could jump.
As
on
much
that,
as
I
this is the part of the Taylor Swift life I don't give a fuck about.
Right.
Like I've said before, I was a Swiftie as far as her music goes because I like that. But I've never been into whatever she's doing. But
yeah. Well, I was just saying that during the broadcast, we're going to hear that 100,000 times.
Yeah. That's like I said, that's probably a bet in Vegas.
I may watch the game.
Like her name is going to be mentioned. Like what's the over under? You know?
Yeah, I may watch the game on mute.
Yeah.
So how about that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and of course I did see that report that came out that her parents are going to be there and they're going to meet the Kelsey parents for the first time, and I'm like, thank you for this groundbreaking announcement that I don't give 2 fucks about.
Don't do that at a game. Do that at your house.
They're doing it at a game on purpose, bro.
Yeah, because it's bringing a ton of fucking ratings, I'm sure.
Of course.
Like these new fans that don't even know what the fuck football is, you know?
Yeah, and then of tonight's game, we'll be done recording, obviously, but yeah, it's Vikings at Broncos. It's actually not a bad game because, believe it or not, the Broncos are playing a little bit better lately. Yeah. So Sean Payton
Wilson, bro, he's back.
Well, yeah,
Broncos country. Let's ride.
Broncos country. Let's ride.
I can't wait to see him in the middle of the field doing some weird fucking seance thing or whatever.
Seriously, dude. You know that pregame's going to be lit like that.
Yeah.
So you got
Joshua Dobbs got me.
I was gonna say Joshua Dobbs, baby.
That's my quarterback. I picked the Vikings to win the Super Bowl. He's won like 2 in a row with them. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
It's weird.
Yeah.
But it's actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So I'm like, oh, it's actually a decent game for tonight.
All right.
Let Russ cook is what I say. How about that?
Yeah. Let's go, Sean Payton. Let him cook.
Broncos country. That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, we didn't play that well today, and I'm so sorry or whatever. And after they lost like 45-7, he's like, we didn't play that well, and then just looking better to play next week. And they're like, any more questions for Russell? And everyone's like, no, I'm good. He's like, all right, Broncos country. That's right. As he's walking away from the podium,
I was like, what is this guy
I'm like,
doing,
this guy
dude?
has in the contract. He has to say that every time or something?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
He gets an extra like $1,000 every time he says
It's got to be something like that because no one else would say that, bro.
Yeah. After getting your ass handed to you.
Yeah, so we'll obviously we're not doing a Thursday night football game this week. It's Thanksgiving, and we both have our kids, and so we're gonna enjoy that. We're not gonna do the night stream like we did last year. So everybody, make sure you watch a lot of football on Thanksgiving Day and all that fun stuff. And we'll be chatting about those games, of course, come Sunday for the next episode. Okay. So there you go, man.
All right. Whew. Speaking of Thursday night football, our last stream that we did, this is the game. I have a little story from that game.
Okay.
We didn't see it obviously on the TV because they don't show that kind of stuff, but there was videos posted of a female Ravens fan spotted getting freaky in the stands during Thursday night football last week. Again, it was the Ravens Cincinnati Bengals game that we watched here.
Yeah.
So, of course, people do what they do. They go on social media and find out who it is, and this girl is a smoke show. And there is videos out there. If you go to TotalProSports.com, this is one that reported this. Just type in like social media detectives ID'd the female Ravens fans. You'll find it. Mm-hmm. She is a smoke show, and she was apparently twerking, holding hands and twerking on with a older gentleman that was also in the stands. I don't think they know each other. I think she was just being crazy out there. And so they finally found who her name is, Madison Walker. I'll send you her Instagram, by the way.
Please.
Or I'll just say right here. Mads, MADS.F.Walker.
Okay.
And
research is happening as I speak.
Bro, she's hot.
Oh, Leaf's got it up right here. Good God Almighty! Yes, go find her on Instagram.
And there on this website, if you go to it, you'll see the video that I'm talking about. Where she's
go watch
dancing.
it.
Yeah,
and go look at the Instagram because that is one of the hottest chicks I've ever seen.
Yeah, I've already followed her. It's good to go, bro.
Of course.
Yeah.
But why wouldn't you?
But anyway, she was being freaky in the stands, twerking, and people got it on video. There is a video on this page showing it. Obviously, I can't play it for you guys, but
one day, man, we hopefully we'll be able to do that.
Yeah, producer.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, yeah. So there you go. That's a great for all you fellas out there or ladies, if you like the ladies. Mads.F.Walker and enjoy.
Hell yeah, appreciate that update, bro.
Yeah. You know, I'm looking out for you guys on Instagram and OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Whenever I come across one, I got to share it with you guys.
100%. Yeah, we'll never shy away from that.
Right.
No doubt about that. Okay. A couple of crazy things to get out of here on this episode 111. We're going to end this on a couple crazy stories real quick. One minor setback, though, real quick. In order for me to tell these crazy stories, because they're gold and they're all greatness, I do have to relieve myself really quick. I didn't even drink that much, actually. It's because I pounded a bunch of water before this episode, and I've had 3 beers.
Yeah.
So I've gotta go to the bathroom real quick. We'll be right back. Okay. So hang out real quick for this YouTube. We'll be right back. Okay. Woo, YouTube, sorry. Thanks for hanging in there. Appreciate it, everybody. Leo Lady, I see you there. Cheers. Thanks for hanging out.
Oh, yeah.
If you still hear. Woo. Okay. Let's end this episode on some funny stuff. Speaking of OnlyFans, Leaf mentioned that with, we have a couple of things for that, actually.
Right. Yes.
Speaking of hot chicks, that's what I was going to lead in with.
There you go.
Because they're always hot. Now, I want to say real quick, of course, with OnlyFans, we've got a lot of, we've talked about it quite a bit with anybody out there, with any attractive female or anybody like that's having like a tough time making ends meet or whatever, and they are attractive or whatever. I just want to say, it came out, and this is not really major news or anything like that, but OnlyFans has emerged as a cultural phenomenon here now. And if you haven't heard of that, you're lying, first of all.
True.
The website has become so unbelievably popular, bro. Not with just like regular, or not with like big celebrities, which there's a lot of them out there that do that as well.
Yeah.
But also just like anybody that you know who wants to start their own and create content for people out there that want to see them naked. And I can raise my hand. I want one. Or I want to see everybody naked that's a hot female.
I agree.
Or unattractive, too. It's like fucking Ron White. His little thing was the biker with the titties down there. He's like, want to see me naked? Yes, I do.
Yeah.
One of the stars that's really big on OnlyFans, Paige Van Zant. Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
She was with the UFC.
Yeah.
She said she made more money in 24 hours on OnlyFans than she did in her entire fighting career. Bad Baby, who we talked about.
Oh, yeah.
Catch me outside. How about that? That's that girl.
She's not hot, I don't think.
Not hot, but
I haven't seen her body or nothing. I haven't seen her on OnlyFans either. So
well, I that was a long time ago. Catch me outside. How about that?
Yeah.
That's a long time ago. OnlyFans though, she has earned. She suggested one of the years she earned over $38 million in less than a full year.
That's crazy, dude.
So just saying, this has become such a cultural phenomenon in our lives, which one day we might look back and be like, why? Like, like, well, like one day, like, So, more than 3 million creators now post around the world on OnlyFans, which has 230 million subscribing fans. So there's more than 3 million creators that post content. There's 230 million people subscribing to these around the world. Of course, that's
one of them.
Yeah, I'm one of them.
Yeah.
Of course. Why would I not say that I'm not? I am. Payouts to creators soared last year to $5.5 billion, which is more than every online influencer in the United States earned from advertisers that year. Just saying, this is massive, and it's become a phenomenon here. OnlyFans does send out 1099 forms to the IRS and all their creators who earn more than just $600 a year.
Yep.
So if you earn a lot of money, you gotta report that to the IRS.
Yeah. I mean, you just have to.
Yeah. So that's a little segue into what I know Leaf is going to talk about next, but it's a big thing that's only getting bigger. $5.5 billion in payouts, 230 million subscribers. That is unreal.
Yeah, and I know OnlyFans gets a percentage of everybody's
Oh yeah, of course.
thing, so
yeah.
they're happy. They're like, please come to our site and take your clothes off.
Yeah, Tim Stokely, who created it and founded the website, is so rich right now. It's not even funny.
Yeah. So, yeah, transitioning over to that, I have a story of an OnlyFans, and we always like when somebody either gets caught or they start an OnlyFans because they're brought to light and we get to see them. And this one is a fucking smoke show. Like this I may have to subscribe. But anyway,
I'm down.
But this is an interesting one because it's a second teacher at the same Missouri high school was caught selling adult content on OnlyFans. We talked about the teacher, Brianna Coppage.
Yeah, Brianna Coppage.
Yeah. She was a former freshman and sophomore English teacher, was placed on leave because her OnlyFans came to light to her employer. Now, there's another girl that I just mentioned. Her name is Megan Gaither. She's 31. She's an English teacher and a varsity cheerleader coach at the same high school. Hers has come up, and so now she actually quit, I think, before. I think she put her resignation in before they could, like, put her on leave or fire her. But she says she came out with a quote saying, "Teaching does not financially support a person. It's really hard to stretch those paychecks during the summer. That's why I did it." And so she launched her OnlyFans account to pay off more than $125,000 that she owes in student loans. She made about $47,500, which includes a coaching stipend. That's from her job as a teacher.
Yeah, $47,000 a year.
Yes.
Not enough. Not in this economy.
Yep. Now she's saying this was helping her make an extra $3,000 to $5,000 monthly. And then now, since she's earned, this is Brianna Coppage. She made nearly $1 million after making national headlines. So this girl's going to follow suit.
The best thing about making national headlines is your job. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Because you're about to make bank.
And here's Megan Gaither, by the way.
Megan Gaither is extremely attractive. I'm looking at her right now, and I'm going to look her OnlyFans up.
Yeah, she's crazy hot. So there we go, man. Another
like
one
I said, too,
the dark
like,
side, and I love it.
We're always on the train of, like, dude, if you want to do it, do it. And you should be able to do it.
Yeah.
But okay, the reason they do this is because their job as a career and a teacher, they're not making enough money.
Right.
To make ends meet. $47,000 for a teacher plus a coach, plus coaching. That's fucking nothing.
That's bad.
It's awful.
Yeah,
you can't live on that. Good fucking luck.
No, you can't.
And so they do this as a way to like you said, earn extra income. And why are they getting in trouble for that?
Yeah,
that's what I don't understand. And I know because some students found it or whatever. Well, make sure the parents of those students should be watching what they're fucking looking at.
Yeah.
I don't agree with it, man. I think anybody should be able to do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
You want to show your fucking titties and show you getting fucked on film for your subscribers, that's the way it should be.
I wanted to ask our buddy, Michael Crow, he's a high school, I think he's a high school principal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a high school principal. I wanted to ask him, like, what the policy is of that, and, like, if one of his teachers, like, what's the deal there? I mean, I imagine you got to fire them. I mean,
oh yeah,
kids can access those sites. I mean, unless...
Well, I mean, anybody can access the sites that knows what they're doing. I'm just saying, why is somebody that starts that as a private thing, they're not using their real name on there, or if they are, then they really are asking for it.
Yeah.
Use a fake name. I just don't understand how that goes against them. If somebody finds them on there, how did they find them, first of all? You know?
Yeah.
And then at that point, it's like, it wasn't my fault. I didn't promote it at school or do anything at school. It's my private life.
Right.
So my private life is not any of the employer's business. That's how I look at it. I'm not out here wearing my badge, my school badge, while I'm fucking myself.
Right. Yeah, because this showed, too, that a student reportedly slipped a note that said they knew her secret under her classroom door shortly after. And then Gaither, she has a master's degree, by the way, and she's making less than $50,000 with a master's degree.
You're never paying those loans off.
Yeah. It said, so her school, the school did put her on leave due to professionalism and student communication. It said the 31-year-old said she would return to teaching, but she believes her career at St. Clair is over. So she's probably going to go full-time OnlyFans now. Which
she's probably going to make millions now.
Yeah, it's going to be a good decision for her because, like I said, I showed Sam the picture. She's crazy hot, and she's going to make a ton of money.
Yeah.
No doubt. Now with the national, like Brianna Coppage, who's making $1 million after she,
Yeah, she just did a full-blown porno, too. Yeah. I watched it. I was like, wow, she's gone full-blown porn. And I love that.
Oh, well, she's going to make a ton of money then.
Yes.
I mean, this is only helping. This headline, this news story, this is being reported by major outlets. So, I mean, that's only going to help her. She's about to gain 2 subscribers.
No, 100%. I'm definitely going to look at it.
I can tell you that right now, so we're not the only ones. So
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's one of those things where I'm just like, I don't understand how they're doing it because they can't make ends meet.
Right.
The loan that you're talking about, $135,000.
Yeah, she had like $120,000.
You're never paying that off.
Yeah.
With a teacher salary. Never.
Not with Yeah, not with that salary.
And those loan companies set it up the way that you never pay it off anyways.
Right, exactly.
They're just like, you're never going to pay this off. You're just going to keep giving us money for life.
Yeah, until you're dead.
Exactly. And they do that on purpose.
Right.
They've been sued for that, actually.
Yeah.
Because those loan companies do that on purpose.
Yeah.
100%. You'll never convince me otherwise.
No.
They set that shit up to where they're like, this guy will never pay this
It's
off.
the biggest scam in the world.
Of course.
Yeah.
You have to do it if you want to go to school. So, good luck. Now, speaking of OnlyFans, Leaf, me and you are subscribers to a few people. Actually, I think I've kind of ran out of people that I want to subscribe to. I'm looking for, well, let me just go to that one after this episode, and I'll re-up that one. So I'm good on that. However, I will say this. There are other people out there. There are 230 million subscribers out there, guys, okay? One of those would be Mr. George Santos, bro. Now, if you don't know who that is, he's in Congress. He's a representative in New York for Congress. Yeah. So he's a politician. He's a piece of shit. That's all you need to know right away.
100%.
Now, I say he subscribes to OnlyFans. He does. However, he does not use his own money to do that. He used campaign contributions to subscribe to OnlyFans.
Jesus Christ.
He spent all of the donors' money on trips to casinos, shopping at high-end retailers, Botox treatments, and OnlyFans payments, subscriptions and payments. So this is who is in our Congress, people.
Yeah.
People like this who use their campaign funds to go out and go to casinos, spend it on OnlyFans, and get shit that they're for themselves. Now, he's obviously caught, and this is a big thing. And people have been saying resign. He has not done that yet because he's a piece of shit.
Right.
Like they all are. Every single one of them in Congress, I can promise you right now, is a giant piece of shit, just like this. So this is what you get right here. So these people are politicians that we elect. Mm-hmm. This is what they're doing with campaign contributions. I don't give a fucking dime to these idiots.
I don't either.
And I never will.
Because of this reason right here.
Exactly.
You hear this kind of story all the time, too, by the way.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, why would I do that?
Yep. Dude made over $240,000 worth of cash withdrawals for unknown purposes. And we know why and know what it is for.
Yeah.
So this guy, like I said, they're calling for his resignation. He hasn't done it yet, and he's going to fight it, I guess. But he's a piece of shit. Yeah. So there you go,
he should
man.
be removed. So.
Speaking of the OnlyFans, there's the one of the other 230 million subscribers, which we probably have like 8 or 9 viewers or listeners that are also subscribers.
Yeah.
To other things. Now, let's end this episode on one last thing real quick. Leaf, me and you work at home.
Yes.
And a new study came out. 1 in 4 remote workers are sneaking off to have sex while on the job.
I've done that before.
I can tell you right now that I have as well.
Yeah, I've done that before. It's been a while because, well,
now,
I mean,
I just want to say real quick, I did it on my lunch break. Okay? I didn't do it like while I was on a phone call.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I did it. When I did, I had just woken up and my girlfriend at the time was spending the night with me.
Yeah.
And we got, morning, when you wake up with morning wood, you're like, oh, I got to get rid of this, right?
Yeah, of course.
And so we started having sex, but then it was like the time I was like, oh shit, I got to go log in. So I went to my computer, sat down and logged in and logged in. And so now my company knows he's logged in. But then I was like, all right. And then, but I couldn't go back to the bedroom. She came to me. And then I was banging her in my office chair.
Oh, yeah.
But I wasn't on a call or anything. But I was online and on the clock.
Yeah. So this is what it says. Calendar Labs recently shared.
This is a different job than what I have now.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Oh, yeah. Same as me.
I don't want to get shit canned.
No, yeah. This is the same. I don't even work for the company anymore.
Right.
25% of all, by the way, these remote workers that are your coworkers are doing the same shit.
Yeah.
25% of all remote workers are doing the deed on company time.
Yeah.
In addition to finding out how common this is, the study showed that many have been using deceptive tactics to convince coworkers and bosses that they're otherwise indisposed, whether that be at lunch, guilty, or dealing with an emergency.
Yeah.
This study was surveyed by 1,000 sexually active remote workers in the U.S. between the ages of 18 and 75. Those who have been surveyed admitted to researchers that they placed emojis like a sandwich or headphones or a fire emoji on their remote workspace statuses so that their colleagues and bosses are led to believe they're at lunch, busy, or in another meeting, or dealing with an emergency while they're really getting intimate and having sex.
Yeah.
So, some even admitted to slipping away to have sex during company meetings. Now, I've not done that ever.
Oh, yeah. No, I've never done that.
No. So, also 1 in 10 in-office workers have found opportunities to have sex while they're at work in the office.
Yeah.
So, 1 in 10 if you're in the office, and then 1 in 4 remote workers. Goddamn teeth. We have people that work remotely out there that have done this, and don't fucking lie to us out there.
Yeah.
Because you've definitely done it. If you're working at home and you have the opportunity to do this at home, you've done it.
Yeah.
You've done it. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did, yeah. So I've actually done it on the job too, like the early years. Like I was like right out of high school, and I worked at this like conference center place. And there was like this wait staff, and I worked in a different department though.
Oh yeah.
But then I would go eat lunch there, and then we started flirting. Then we hopped on this like golf cart and went to this back.
Oh yeah, of course.
Outside, what it was a conference center where Fortune 500 companies would come do like off-site meetings, basically. And there was like these cabins and shit that they stayed in. But we went back farther back of the cabins into this one little kind of shaded area that you couldn't get caught.
Yeah.
Unless somebody came out there. But yeah, we banged there too. And that was, I think I was like 19, bro.
Yeah.
She was like 25. She was hot as shit too.
Well, remote work is becoming more common.
Yeah.
Nowadays. Because back in the day, shit, we couldn't even there's no way. You didn't even think about working at home.
Right.
There's no chance.
Yeah.
But 1 in 4 people, so 25% of people out there at work at home are having sex on the job.
Yeah. Why not? Home. I mean, you're at home.
On the job. You're on the clock, basically, or what. I mean, even if you're not you're not hourly, your salary, you're still, you're not making up that time. You're probably fucking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I know we have people that listen to us that work at home, and they have sex at home.
Yeah.
On the job. During business hours. Don't lie. Out there, you do. So comment and make sure that we can get the affirmation, because we know we're not stupid.
Yeah.
And there's this study.
No.
So this is legit.
Yeah. I just figured, I mean, like, even before I would have heard that, I've been like, if I've done it, there's other people that's definitely done it, right?
Bro. Oh, yeah. Well, sometimes this is the best way to do it, bro, because I'm like, I ain't got no time in the evening.
Yeah.
But if you want to come at this time, I'll be on lunch at that time.
Yeah.
And then we fucking. And that's what it is. So there you go, man. How about them apples?
That's awesome.
How about them apples, Will?
Dude, I'm all about. I'm not going to say that.
No, go for it.
No.
Okay. Never mind. All right. Well, then, there you go.
This is going to be out there forever, so no.
Yeah, exactly. It is. But there you go.
I'm just trying to protect myself.
He's learned. He's learned himself. He's learned.
If just in case this gets to my current company.
Oh, yeah. Don't do that. Yeah, I hear you. No, I haven't done it with my current company.
No, I haven't.
I never would.
No, I haven't.
I've actually never done it ever in history of ever.
Yeah, this is just a bit, y'all.
Yeah, this is just us being actors.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, we're acting our way out of this episode.
Yes.
So let's get out of here, man. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us on YouTube. We really do appreciate it. Make sure you do go out there to our YouTube. We mentioned up front we've hit over 100 subscribers, so we really do appreciate that so much on our YouTube channel. YouTube.com/@Eskimo Brothers Podcast. If you haven't already subbed to us, please go and do that. It's free to do so, and you're just subbing to us, and it helps us tremendously to grow and everything. And then our social medias as well, to announce when we're going live and post our clips from our episodes and everything. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, @Eskimo Brothers Podcast, Twitter, X, whatever. I don't care how you feel about it. at Eskimo Bros Pod on that one as well. And then our audio is coming out.
Yes. Make sure you do go follow us on social media, like Sam said, because I will be posting over the next couple of weeks my progress of the field goal kick I have to make. So you want to see that. And then, like I said, we'll announce when we're going to do the actual kick and everything. And then, obviously, we're posting videos of there, too. So, but also the audio episodes, if you don't watch us on YouTube Live, you can listen to us on audio every Tuesday morning. Spotify, Apple, those are the two big ones, but you can listen to us anywhere you get your podcast. Those drop on Tuesday. And on Spotify, if you go to our page, all you got to do is hit the 5 stars right there on the page for us. Hit the star thing, select 5 stars for us. On Apple, if you go to our page, scroll down a little bit to where the ratings are, ratings and reviews, hit 5 stars on there, and then also click on write a review and write us a little short review. That helps out, helps grow the podcast as well. We'd appreciate it if you go out there and do that.
That's right. And, normally we are live on Thursday nights for Thursday Night Football. We will not be live this week for Thursday Night Football. We have our kids, and it's Thanksgiving. So hope everybody has an amazing Thanksgiving with your friends and family. We're definitely going to spend some time with our kids and family. So yes. We're excited about that. So, no Thursday stream this week. We'll be back the following week, though, on Thursday night. And that's November 30th. That is Seahawks at Cowboys. So that one will be nothing but solid gold. You'll get to see me reacting to a Cowboys game, which we should win, but who knows because it's the Cowboys.
Hopefully it'll turn out like my Redskins game did. Because that would be fun.
Oh, that was gold. That was gold. But, no Thursday stream. And just make sure, like I said, everybody have a happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for the support. And the love, we really appreciate you guys so much, man. That means a lot. And getting to 100 subscribers is awesome. I know it's not a ton because people out there have so much more, but it's for us to start and to grow. And we haven't been on YouTube for that long, honestly.
Not really.
I mean, we've on and off, and then we went full-time YouTube for a while, and hitting 100 subs is huge. So thank you all out there. We love you. Happy Thanksgiving. We'll be back, though, next week with a brand new episode.
Sunday,
yeah. So we'll see you then. Happy Thanksgiving. Love everybody. Cheers. Cheers. Did I say cheers?
Yeah, I think we just said it.
My bad. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
This has been another episode of the Eskimo Brothers Podcast. Thank you for listening, and be sure to follow or subscribe to the podcast on your favorite podcast streaming service. And until next time, remember, an Eskimo Brothers bond is worth more than gold.